Alright, so the Messi presentation ahead of a routine Ligue 1 win in front of a capacity crowd at Parc des Princes is done. The Argentine wizard stood alongside fellow summer signings Achraf Hakimi, Gigi Donnarumma, Jorginho Wijnaldum and Sergio Ramos, and it was Messi who received the biggest applause from the club's fans. Messi's had quite an emotional rollercoaster these past few days. First, he thought he'd be signing an extension at Barcelona, only to find out that the club's finances were so bad that they couldn't sign him up. Then he said an emotional goodbye to his club in front of reporters and his family. Within a few hours, his dad ensured that his son was not without a club for long. Paris Saint-Germain moved in swiftly, tied down all the legal matters and secured his services for the next 2 years with an option of another one. We did take some time out to watch Messi train with his new team and noticed a few things that were of interest. But before that, let's have a quick recap of major talking points from the first match day of the 2021-22 English Premier League. Oh, and before I forget, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. Reigning champions need a striker. A Harry Kane-less Tottenham got off their campaign to a great start with a hard-fought 1-0 win over Manchester City thanks to a Son Heung-min goal. The build-up of this game was centred around Harry Kane, who wasn't included in the squad, but the club's new manager, Nuno Espirito Santo, started life in London with 3 points. Of course, Tottenham would love to hold on to Kane, but if it comes to begrudgingly allowing him to move to City, then so be it. City, on the other hand, need a striker for sure. They dominated the game and had all the possession and more, but without a world-class striker, Pep Guardiola's men can be vulnerable. The defeat might have strengthened their resolve to sign him up, no matter what the asking price is. It was quite strange to find out that Nuno Espirito Santo had no idea whether Kane was even in the stadium. Daniel Levy knows that he can't hold Kane against his will, and if Kane starts taking extreme measures, it would be a PR fiasco. Spurs had a poor previous campaign, and another controversy would do them no good. City, on the other hand, need Kane, or someone like him. Liverpool outline title credentials. To be fair, it seems weird that not many people have spoken about Liverpool's title credentials. With all the talk of the reformed Manchester United and Chelsea, we've seemingly forgotten that Jurgen Klopp's side are still one of the best that England has to offer. The Reds secured a comfortable win over Norwich with the likes of Mohamed Salah, Naby Keita and Virgil van Dijk in particular summing up the team's title bid. Liverpool might not have gone overboard with spending this summer, but the Merseyside Giants are going to be in the thick of things. Rafa starts life in blue. You can forgive Liverpool fans for being a bit vitriolic towards Rafa Benitez for deciding to sign with Everton, but in the win over Southampton, it was a completely different team. Personnel were pretty much the same, but the system was completely different from the one most of us are used to seeing. Under Carlo Ancelotti, the Toffees were slow and passive at times. This led to some disappointing results at home. This time around, there's a certain directness to their game, and the wide areas come alive when this team attacks. Summer signings Demarai Gray and Andros Townsend were vibrant, with the latter producing 3 key passes. Richarlison was dangerous as always and was playing with more freedom. Clearly, the Spanish tactician wants the team to play for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and if things work out, the England international is going to get a lot of goals. Manchester United are back. A year and 2 big signings make a world of difference. Manchester United made a great start to their campaign with a 5-1 dismantling of bitter rivals Leeds United in the first Battle of the Roses of the season. Ahead of the game, Raphael Varane was presented in front of 70,000 supporters. The Frenchman even went to say hi to Rio Ferdinand, a player he idolised while growing up, and the game itself was fun to watch. United were relentless, and Paul Pogba in particular was doing things you normally see him do for France. The Frenchman's contract issues still stand, but his 4 assists in 1 game show that there is an elite quality player in there. Bruno Fernandes scored his first hat-trick for the Red Devils and also became the first Manchester United player to score a hat-trick on the opening day of a Premier League campaign. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was visibly excited, while Jadon Sancho's cameo was full of promise. But is a title charge too early? Fiorentina turned down Spanish approach. Fiorentina might find it difficult to hold on to their star striker, Dusan Vlahovic, but the Italians are going to go down fighting for sure. According to Sky Sport, the Firenze club just rejected a €60 million bid for the Serbian striker, informing Atletico Madrid that they'd have to raise their bid to sign him up. Diego Simeone's side are now looking at other options, since they might have lost the race with Tottenham, who could make their move if Kane departs. Messi's early days at PSG training. So, now that he's officially a PSG player, Lionel Messi will be spending a lot of time training with his new teammates. A lot of his teammates are huge stars, and he also happens to share the dressing room with an old foe. For us, it was quite heartwarming to see the Argentine forward meet up with Sergio Ramos inside the club's gym. The two men never really saw eye to eye during their time in Spain, and Ramos in particular was not too kind on his new teammate during the feisty El Clásicos that have defined the careers of both men. Ramos has been ruled out until October with a thigh injury, but don't expect the former Real Madrid man to hold back during the training sessions. Messi was also welcomed by Kylian Mbappe, a player who is rumoured to have been left a little unhappy over the arrival of the veteran forward. While Nasser Khalifi initially believed that Messi's arrival would convince the French forward into signing an extension, the exact opposite of this has happened. Nonetheless, Mbappe was all smiles upon meeting Messi, and the two men had a quick chat at the training facility before taking the field. But one thing is for sure, from the training session videos that were available, we noticed that everyone at the club will do everything possible to ensure that Messi is fully fit and raring to go. PSG sessions under Mauricio Pochettino can be very intense, and the former Tottenham manager is going to have some catching up to do. At his unveiling, Messi called Euro 2020 winner Marco Verratti a champion, and the highly talented Italian midfielder showed his new teammate that he won't be holding back anything during training. The experienced midfielder's hunger never goes away, even during training sessions, so you can expect Messi to work as hard as the rest of his new teammates. The club's manager wants the Ligue 1 giants to become one of the hardest working sides in Europe, and Messi will have to go through some intense training sessions to be a part of that. But there's no need to worry about it, since Messi has dealt with loads of aggressive players throughout his playing career, and will in fact relish the challenge of cutting it in a league where the level of physicality can be a little bit aggressive. They say that familiarity breeds contempt, but that will not be the case for Messi, who will be playing alongside a couple of familiar faces in Angel Di Maria, Leandro Paredes and Neymar Jr. Messi and Di Maria have been playing for the Argentine national side together for over a decade. The two men seem to have great chemistry, as expected during Messi's first training session. This bodes well for the ex-Barcelona man, especially when he makes his debut. And then you've got Neymar. The two men might have not played together for a decade, but they have the perfect chemistry and achieved a lot of success when they played together at Barcelona. These two are definitely going to revive those connections once Messi makes his debut. All in all, Messi's first training session at PSG shows that he'll need a few more sessions to find his rhythm. Obviously, it will take him a few Ligue 1 games in order to adjust to his new surroundings. However, with the players that he's got around him, you can be sure that the legendary forward will be brought up to speed very soon and is going to be immense for his new side.